Hey there, you know, it's Mr. Herman here, and this is the second video that we'll be looking at into two worksheets that were provided in Wednesday and Thursday's class on the 14th and 15th of July respectively. During my absence, I left a few worksheets with the CRTs that took you. This is the second video, and this is going to be looking at how to approach the Why Shouldn't You Trust Pigs worksheet for the first part. So this one is pretty straightforward. We're going to simplify the expressions as follows. I've got the first 6 here, and I'm not going to go through every single one of them. Just going to go through a few of them just so you get a better understanding of how to approach this worksheet. So the first one here is 8 to the power 6 multiplied by 8 to the power 7. Now when we have the same bases, if you watched the previous video, when this is multiplied, you add the bases. So this is just the same as a to the power 6 plus 7, which is a to the power 13. This is the final version that this, or most simplified version that we can get of this question. What we then look for is a to the power 13 within these small squares here. Wherever you see a to the power 13, you put the corresponding letter, in this case H, with it. So I know that there's a H that goes there. Any other a to the power 13s? No, I'm probably going to look at this edited version of it before I put it up into YouTube, and I'm going to see that there's going to be another a to the power 13. I don't see one that's there. So anyways, second one, C multiply by c to the power 5 is c to the power 6. Any c to the power 6's, you replace it with an e. When it's a division, this example here with the letter u, b to the power 15 divided by b to the power 3. When the division is happening and the bases are the same, it is a simple subtraction of the powers. In this case, this is b to the power 15, take away 3, which is b to the power 12. Any b to the power 12 that you can see here gets a letter u in it. So b to the power 12, there's a u here. That's a letter u. Any other b to the power 12? Not that I can see. You will get scenarios where we've got a mixture of both multiplication and division. Again, it's just adding the powers and taking away the powers accordingly. There will be some examples where there will be this one here. I know it has always stumped a few students of mine. 5c to the power 4, take away 3 to the power of 4. Now, in this case, we can take c to the power 4 out as a common factor. Or we also know that c to the power 4 is some type of term. It's a like term. So if we have 5 c to the power 4, or 5 lots of c to the power 4, and we take away 3 lots of c to the power 4, we will end up with 2 c to the power 4. This is the most simplified version that you can get, and then you'll go ahead and replace that 2c power 4 with the letter r in this case. Once you completed all of them, you'll put in the letters and it will create a puzzle, or in the answer box, place a letter found next to the question, and it's based on the initial question, why shouldn't you trust pigs? Solutions for this can be found on Compass. The other worksheet was Johann Strauss' most famous work. Now this one is a little bit more complicated than the other one because we've got multiple terms given within the questions, some numerical, some as variables. But again, the process is still exactly the same. We've just got to make sure that we don't get our negative signs mixed up. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example of the first one here, and if you need any help with any of the other ones, just give me a little Teams message and I'll go ahead and I'll try to help you out. Alternatively, you can look at the solutions. So this right here, this is we've got a division. We've got 2's, a's and b's. When there is a division involved, the powers get subtracted. Okay, so 2 to the power 3, take away 2 to the power of negative 2. So this is 2 to the power 3, take away 2 to the power of negative 2. So the power is negative 2. Okay, so let's take away negative 2. This right here turns into a positive. So it's 2 to the power 3 plus 2, which is 2 to the power 5. So the numerical part of this is 2 to the power 5. A to the power 6, take away, because it's division, 4. This ends up being a squared. And the b component, b to the power of negative 3, take away negative 12. Two negatives turn into a positive. So this is b to the power of negative 3 plus 12. So we end up with b to the power of 9. So just be careful of this, especially when you're starting with a negative number. This is implying that we're at negative 3, we're going in the positive direction, 12 units, we will end up at 9. So our final solution is 2 to the power 5 a squared b to the power of 9. And within here, you should see 2 to the power 5 a squared b to the power of 9, which is right here. This belongs to the letter S. Again, you probably see it again somewhere. 2 to the power 5 a squared b to the power of 9. I'm sure it is somewhere here. There are solutions to this that I've already created. So you can go ahead and double check that if you're struggling with some of these. Now just remember that we're just applying the indices rules and surd rules as well. So anything that's outside of that bracket, that power gets applied to every single term within that bracket. So it's the powers are getting multiplied. So this is 3 to the power 3 times 2 a squared. There's only a 1 there, so it's 1 times 2, and b to the power of negative 2 times 2. This gets expanded first, and then you go ahead and apply the addition of powers because it's a multiplication. This is just a snippet of some of the questions here. There are some more to it as well. Go ahead and approach both of these worksheets if you haven't done so, or if you felt a bit stuck with these. If you need any help, message me on Teams and I'll try to help you out. If you already completed them, just go ahead and correct them. These solutions can be found on Compass. Until then, I will see you in Tuesday's class.